Here's a premier Kaldheim draft. This means it's best of one games, so we shouldn't be worrying about sideboarding at all. And yeah, so let's talk about the archetypes we're going to be playing potentially. There's a couple good ones. That's kind of hard to make work, right? Usher the Fallen is pretty good. Crush the Weak's pretty good. Warhorn Blast is pretty good. I was just talking. I was autopiloting there for a second. Okay, Usher Fallen is good. Crush the Weak is not that good. Because a lot of people are foretelling on turn 2 and there's not going to be a very cluttered board. Cole is best if you are building around him and he's not really good standalone. The thing that pops out in this pack is Serof's Packmate. Green is generally really strong in this set, so I might just pick this up pack 1 just to keep me really open on what onto what I'm drafting. Green's probably the strongest color in this set, maybe red. See what we got here. There's an Agar, and I do like Is It Giants. I think Is It Giants is very, very strong. There's also a Squash, obviously. So yeah, let's just pick up Agar because he might be. We might move into Is It Giants here. Sculptor of Winter, very good for green. Bound in Gold, extremely good for white. Feed the Serpent is a good card, objectively, but black is not the strongest color in this set, so I'm not super excited to be drafting it. I kind of want to take Sculptor of Winter. Or Cinderheart Giant, but probably Sculptor of Winter. Depart the Realm isn't bad either. Cinderheart Giant is a giant. So it kind of goes with Agar, except it's a 7-drop. It's really expensive. The giants I would want to see are like a little bit cheaper than that. I'm going to take the Sculptor of Winter. I'm still up in the air onto what I'm actually drafting, but you know what? With the second Serof's Packmate, I think we might be solidifying ourselves into green. And Binding of the Old Gods is very, very good too. But again, it pushes us into black, which I don't love. There is the potential for green, blue, snow. Let's take this just in case they keep feeding us really good black cards. Which I'm not particularly seeing right here. The Frostbite, the Volatile Fjord, and the Undersea Invader. Target snowland you could pick. Target snowland you control becomes a 4/4 elemental creature with hexproof and haste until end of turn. It's still a land. I'm gonna take Frostbite. I'll take Troll. We're definitely green. I just don't know what my other color is gonna be. It could be black. We are getting some black cards this way. I don't know which one of these is better. Way Down is pretty decent. Snakeskin Veil It's actually good. I prefer the Snakeskin Veil, to be completely honest, over Way Down. Because it gives a +1/+1 counter, which is pretty significant. Part of me is kind of leaning towards green-blue. There seems to be like a couple blue cards left. I'll just take for this for now. Green-red. Run amok. Ooh. Do we go Run amok or do we go Frostpeak Yeti? Red is obviously open. Blue is obviously open too. We're kind of all over the place. World Tree enters the battlefield tapped. Don't care. Green Blue Snow looks like it. I still don't know whether I'm going Gruul or Green Blue. Sorry, I'm thinking very hard about this one. That's a 7-drop. Still might be green-red. Struggle for Skemfar is really good at put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. That creature fights up to target one target creature you don't control. It's really, really strong. I think green-blue is kind of hard for me to go into because I haven't been prioritizing snowlands. So I think I'm gonna go green-red. I'm committed to green-red right now. Could play a 5-mana 5/5. 3-mana 3/2 haste. I'll go with the 5-mana 5/5. It's not that good, but Arnie Slays the Troll is pretty decent. It ramps us a little bit. It's a little bit of removal. Oh, and we also have this. Forgot about that. Okay, we could go with another Ice Head Troll. Or a 1-drop. Or the utility land. I actually kind of like this bear. Especially if we have a little bit of a higher mana curve. We get to like throw something down, a big creature down, and then immediately give it haste. It makes like these guys a little bit better. I honestly think 5/5s for 5 are not that bad, especially with Run Amuks. Rune of Might, enchanted creatures +1/+1 and has trample. I do like it. I'll draft the Cinderheart Giant, but I'm not that happy about it. Depart the Realm, Run Ashore, Undersea Invader. You know, hindsight, like, Is It Giants was probably a really, really viable deck here. Ooh, Snakeskin Veil. I don't love the card. Probably not going to play two, but kind of a nice little treat. Ooh. After doing a quick gloss over the pack, I actually like this card. Comes down on turn 4. It gives you 2/2/2 green cat creature tokens. So it's pretty fine. Just as a card. And then the crew is a little bit steep costing, but each time it attacks, you get to create a copy of a token you control. So you create a copy of primarily the cats. And I've had a game before where I get like 4 or 5 cats out, and it's just a really snowbally card. It's kind of hard to come back if you don't have an answer for it immediately. I'm going to prioritize the snow-covered mountain to make my Icehide Troll a little bit better. Now I'm going to pick either another Rune of Might or Guardian Gladewalker. I like the +1/+1 counter. Gonna want to pick a couple cards higher on the curve probably, and prioritize some more snow-covered stuff. And this is one of those games where I think our deck is looking strong, but we I think our deck is looking strong, but we're definitely gonna wanna make sure we get a couple more playables in here, because we're only at subtracting these 3 lands, we're only at 18 cards. So we either pick the Haggy Mob or the Sculptor of Winter here. I kind of want a more expensive mana curve here. I want to be able to fill out just a couple more cards right here. Run Amok or Rune of Might. They do kind of similar things. I think we only need one Run Amok. Rune of Might cycles through our deck, which is nice. What's Frostbite doing over there? Ooh. This is what I like to see. Ravenous Lindworm. It's exactly what we were looking for, actually. If we get one more of these, I'll probably cut the Cinderheart Giant for it. We'll take a Haggy Mob. And now we're at the point where I'm considering cutting the Cinderheart Giant. We've hit kind of our playable quota. How many? So we have one Shapeshifter and currently one Giant in our deck. So Squash isn't actually that good. I think I'd rather take a Frostbite. No playables in there. Kind of low on 3 drops, so I'll just throw one of those in there. A Run Amok. I wish we could have gotten like one more Snowland. So let's see what we're playing here. I like to cut the lands at first because basic math is kind of hard for me. Alright, so we have to cut 3 cards. Maybe, okay. Is it stupid to cut a Rune of Might? I don't know how strong they are. I want to keep both. I think it's greedy to keep this much high end. But I really want to be able to just like curve out. I'm debating getting rid of 1 Snakeskin Veil. Maybe the Horizon Seeker. Maybe turn 3 we just plan on either playing a Troll or Cyril's Packmate that we foretold the turn before. Maybe I'm kind of debating cutting one of these. Let's see what lands it suggests. 8 forests, 7 mountains. Eight forests, 8 mountains, kind of. And 1 dual land. Let's roll with this, see how we do. We got a 2-drop, 3 lands. I go first. Sculptor of Winter with a snow-covered mountain. This is it. Is it worth it just to play the Ruin of Might onto him? Next turn, I'm able to play either Grizzled Outrider or Haggy Mob. The only like staple card we kind of missed out of this deck was like some Demon Bolts. I would have rather had the Demon Bolts instead of the Frostbites potentially. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Does it not automatically assume I can play those? Haggy Mob gets to ping these things down. Which I value that. This gives +1 +0, right? Yeah, not +1 +1. Ooh, bound in gold. I don't want him getting the Tsutsu. I could have played the pack mate. Do vehicles have summoning sickness? I actually don't know. This is still probably the play, even if they do. Oh. There's game 1. Against the diamond player. Whoa. Crazy. I go first with 3 forests. No. This is a greedy keep. I don't have any mountains, obviously, but I do have a turn 2 and a turn 3 play. So I should be able to draw a mountain by then. Maybe. There's another forest. Alright, mountain me. Oh. Sadly, Frostbite's dealing 2 damage. And so we're sitting pretty, it looks like. We can play Haggy Mob next turn. Hopefully he swings, taps this, and we can just trade. This puts him on a very pressured clock. He does have a lot of cards in his hand, but if he's not able to... Oh. It's pretty strong. guess I'll just go ahead and ping him. I played the Highland Forest, so then next turn we can play a Cinderheart Giant. If he attacks, if he swings in, I'm just gonna let it hit me. That works too. It's not like it has vigilance though, so... I'm okay with all of this. Sure. See if he has another removal spell. If he does, it's unfortunate. He just found his third color, I guess. He's playing 3 colors. Naya. He's not acting immediately, which is good. Now let's get a struggle for Skemfar, a Arnie slays the troll. You know, something that helps us clear the way a little bit. If he double blocks, I can ping and kill both of his creatures with just Hagi Mob. We can also trade, which I'm okay with, I think. Empty-handed. Now we have to wonder, what's the chance that he's gonna, like, double block? Well, if he double blocks, we kill that, and then it's a game of top decks. Oh, no more double blocking. Arnie slays the troll. That's huge. That's so big. What do we... Oh. Oh, we can... Oh my gosh. We can Arnie slays the troll, not fold Recluse. Kill... Frenzied Raider is probably what we want to kill, right? It does gain him some life, but we're gonna swing pretty hard right here. And then it's gonna come down to what he top decks, I suppose. An easy game too. There's also a lot of gold. So we're 2-0 so far with the deck. I don't think it's that strong, but I think we had a pretty solid draft. I think we drafted smart. I still think that Is It Giants deck probably was stronger at the end of the day, but we ripped that rare that bounces everything but Giants, and it would have I think that card's really good. But we didn't have anything to support it. We also were tempted to go green, blue, snow, but towards the end of the draft, it seemed like we made the right decision. There wasn't a lot of power there. We never saw the shapeshifter uncommon dude, and we never really saw too much support for that. I'm just getting all my timestamps written down to make editing a little bit easier. We got a mulligan this, especially going first. We do have 2 lands, but they both give us mountains, and we have nothing to play. This looks 100 times stronger. I'm going to get rid of the troll just because I want to be able to hit this on curve. It's really strong when it comes down on curve, and we have another troll to draw into. Plus, the troll's not particularly strong without our snowlands. So, this looks like a couple foretells. A Sarulf's Packmate, foretold, turn 2, perhaps. I swear nothing displays confidence more than just saying whenever your opponent does something, no matter what they do. You know, they play a turn 2 bomb, a turn 3 bomb, a turn 4 bomb. You're just expected that. Expected that. Should try it at the next in-person FNM. You'll win the psychological games. There'll be no contest. This is a little bit scary. I think we just fight this so he's not able to equip. Because this has a pretty... I mean, equipping for 2 isn't that fun. And getting a 4/4 swinging on turn 4. Ain't nothing wrong with that. It's not the strongest use of this card, but we have turn 5 and potentially turn 6 big plays. And the chance that he plays a 4/4 right here, it's not impossible, but there's not a great chance he's gonna do it. Like he's foretelling something. Foretelling something else. Okay. Well, let's start by pressuring his life total. This survives a Demon Bolt, so I'm gonna play this. This does not survive a Demon Bolt, and he has 2/4. He's not even playing red. What am I talking about? Don't listen to me. I'm crazy. I'm guessing one of these is a Sarulf's Packmate, just because it's the most played card in the set. I actually don't know if that's true, but don't quote me. Oh, a Run Amok. Wow. That's like the perfect draw. Next to blockers. Run Amok. It would be a 2/2. Because then he's able to... He'd be able to block still. But I would get damage through, which is useful. He didn't want to trade. That's really surprising. He just decided to take 8 to the dome. 8 to the dome is nothing to... sneer at, because that means, like, as soon as one of my creatures gets through now. Oh, never mind. He had a plan. I'll play my own. I hate these 3-color decks that, like, if he doesn't get the one snow-covered swamp, he doesn't play it. And it's such a big payoff just for playing stupid cards. It's a really good payoff, too. Can't be that upset. One, two, three, four, five. Yeah, let's foretell this and play our Haggy Mob. This is a pretty frozen board state at the moment. Arnie Slays the Troll would be nice. I would let 5 hit me all day if you wanted to swing. No, I would let 8 hit me all day to be honest. Oh, talk about big draws, man. Alright. I could attack with all 3. And then, unless he wanted to go to dangerously low health, he would block my 5/5. Block maybe the 3. My 5/5 would die. Then he would block this. He would go down to 4. Or he would throw that. Whoops. I'm gonna do no attacks for one more turn. He has more cards in his hand though, so it's kind of a risky play. Okay. He's stacking everything on this dude. We don't have a way to deal with it. That's risky, man. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I should have waited to boast so I could pop that. This still isn't strong enough to win in the game, though. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Looks like we won. Close one. I misplayed there at the very end. I should have waited for the boast trigger on Haggy Mob. Although if I didn't hit him in the face, we didn't have a guaranteed lethal. Because I had to slip the 2 damage troll in to make it a guaranteed lethal, I think. I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's write down the timestamp. Alright. We go first with only 2 lands. Ooh. We can't, not with our curve. It's tempting with Packmate. It's so tempting with Packmate. We're 3-0. Let's just let's play it like we're going for a 7-0 or whatever. Okay, here's the moment of truth, kinda. Next turn, we either hit the land drop or we don't, but then after that, it's like... not even close. But now, like, do we draw a land? No guarantee. We're handicapped. We're officially handicapped this game. That was so stupid. Never keep 2 landers. And if you better have a really good reason, a better reason than I had, to keep a 2-lander. I played not full Recluse because it's just scarier on the counter swing. Like if he doesn't leave up the appropriate oh, talk about okay. So 2 things there. 1, talk about a blowout, and 2, talk about a weak deck. I know it's not that weak. He had like the combo with the frenzied dude, and he was getting +1/+1 counters and stuff, and oh, it would have been sick if I didn't have my snakeskin veil. But at the same time, like, that guy got blown out that game. And you know the kind of player he is, playing a deck like that, just 2 fearless pups or whatever. Oh my god. This is a much safer keep. This is like a beautiful keep, actually. This is pretty strong. This guy's name looks familiar. If he plays a 2/2 guy that untaps snowlands, okay, never mind. I was gonna say, if he played a 2/2 that untaps snowlands, I'm gonna frostbite it. Next turn I can Surl's Packmate, frostbite something. Okay, looks like we're just going to Packmate. This format's pretty slow. You can tell because, not you can tell, but because it's like an anecdotal point, but it goes to show how slow this format is from last game. I missed the turn 4 land drop. He's playing an aggressive deck. and I'm still able to come out on top just by like a couple like very standard plays. I think I'm gonna make the 2/2s. Next turn, swing in with the chariot, and I'm able to create a token as well as potentially trade off. Because he's gonna get an additional toughness from this mountain that's about to drop down. He's had the replication ring, so it's not like this opens him up to more mana. It is getting a little bit scary. How much mana he's getting. I'm trying to make him Icebind Pillar in my pack, mate. What this guy did this game was really, really strong. Yep. Alright, I'm gonna just play Grizzled Outrider into Cinderheart Giant, try to overwhelm his Icebind Pillar and these last two cards in his hand. Hopefully he just draws duds the next couple cards. If he plays like a bomb here, it's going to be really hard for me to come back. Hopefully that other card's a land. Nope, it looks like a bomb. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh. Not actually like that much of a bomb, but it's a really solid card. Next to combat. Wow, he was actually okay with trading. It's a really good card to draw. You know, he's able to block one thing a turn and tap one thing a turn. I think we just keep sending everything. 2, yep. And 6 goes through. And we're just gonna try to beat him down a little bit. If he, that was a really, really good top deck. Ooh. Sorry, I haven't been talking a lot this game. I've been concentrating a little bit. Let's see what's in his hands. Let's see if we win the game or we lose. Yeah, we won. Whoa! Whoa! Sorry, I'm not getting super excited. It's a little bit late. I gotta go to bed soon, but who knew we would have such a spectacular run? 4-0. Could we go 6 or 7-0? Is it possible? Play. Play, play, play. We're against Stellar Person. What did we say last time we had a 2 land hand? And we're gonna throw Arnie slays the troll back. Oh, you know what? Maybe it's more worth it just to throw a forest back. I don't know, is that a stupid idea? I think having the gas is a little bit more important. If I miss my land drop, I'm gonna be a little bit bummed. But a big part of the reason why we're winning so much is actually that we've been on the play a lot. Which is really good when you're playing a card like Serulf's Packmate. Having the third makes this is such a big tempo play if like we're on the play. No blocks. Let's Rune of Might to try to hit the lands. Yeah. Okay. This is looking pretty solid right here. We can struggle and Arnie next turn. He missed the land drop. Mm-hmm. This is really solid right here. And it gains us a little bit of life. Alright, do something or you're dead. Mm-hmm. Ooh. You're still dead, right? With the trample from Rune of our Rune, he was still dead. So that game played out, you know, pretty straightforward. He slapped me, I slapped him, he slapped me, I slapped him. He missed one land drop, and that was probably the turning point. Extremely fast game. That game took 5 minutes. Do we have any rares in our deck? Are we going to go 6-0 with a 0 rare deck? Maybe. I'm going to keep this. Even though we have 3 forests, we're able to play a lot of what's in our hands. Like, we're going to foretell this, play it turn 3. Play Ice Hora, Ice Hide Troll. There we go. I have a bad feeling I'm just going to get worked 3 games in a row. Just boom, boom, boom. Wow, that is powerful. I don't like that. If he does it again, he's not able to do it the next turn, because, I mean, well, he is, but... Wow, this guy is kind of strong. We've got some strong plays, too, though. We've got a decent-looking curve. I wonder what he's contemplating. I feel like I should just cast this. Because I don't think... it's going to... kill a lot of stuff in his deck. This might be an Augury Raven. If I had to guess, this is an Augury Raven. Just throwing it out there. We're also able to ping this with Haggy Mob. We're able to ping the other one with Haggy Mob as well, but... Ooh, Scry 3. Pretty strong. If it dies, if 3 other creatures die, he gets to draw 3 cards. Let's think about this. If I attack with Chariot, and he double blocks it, he gets to draw 3 cards. Now the question is him having this many cards going to be able to out-tempo or be able to deal with my board? Is he able to, because like playing a creature right here, just like a do-nothing creature, doesn't really get it done, right? I didn't play the Hagi mob because he's able to create a snow land to trade with it. 3/6 is a good blocker, I'll give you that. I would have loved to see a run amok. And let's push some damage. Alright, see what he's got. He's got a couple life gain options, potentially with a rune. Or with a couple creatures like the bear that has life gain. He could play a huge creature, I guess. That's a lot of mana. Is he gonna... Does this have vigilance? This has oh, it has vigilance. Okay. I didn't know that actually. Can we draw a run amok? I would like a run amok. And we've also stripped him of his red mana. Not necessarily that he's even playing that many red cards. He could have just splashed this simply for the snow. Might have been blue, white, playing this because it's a snow land. This would have been an insane start if he just had this and no other, you know, interactions with snow. But no snow land was used. So this will be untapping. Oh, and a snakeskin veil. Looks like is going to do it for us. We're going to go undefeated with the Gruul deck. Could you believe it? Could you believe it? Undefeated with Gruul. With one rare, I think, in the pack, in the deck. We're Platinum 2, getting pretty high elo, ladies and gentlemen. And that is how you get a booty load of gems and packs. Really fun games we just played. Those 6 games, right, were a blast. It only took about an hour to complete that whole draft, so that's really good time. That's how much would it cost to get 2,200 gems? We made like in between we made like $15 worth of gems off of that. Well, we paid 1,500, so I guess we really just like came out making like $10 worth of gems. But anyways, really fun video. Thanks for watching, guys. If you liked it, go ahead and leave a like. It would mean a lot. And if you have any suggestions for future videos or tips and uh, suggestions, whatever you want to do, leave a comment. That would also mean a lot. It would let me know you're enjoying the video and you want to interact a little bit more. Even if you just want to talk about how your day has been going, how your weekend was going, how your week is going, how work is going, how quarantine is going, anything at all, go ahead, leave a comment. I'll respond to each and every one. I'll see you guys on the next one.